Hey folks, ET here coming at you with the pre-market prep, so let's get to it. We have our Monday data on a Sunday, so we're jumping in right now. First off, checking our whale targets and our customer sentiment. Well, 560 is now on the board for now at least, and 520 as our low. So a 560 to 520 range would be awesome if we covered all of that in 1 week. That would be a massive move, but we did move from 508 to 551 last week, which is pretty crazy. Customers have remained largely neutral during this run. Very interesting to see. We saw a pretty abrupt move down to the bearish side, and then we've not seen much since. We've stayed flat and neutral on customers, so we'll want to see how that pans out over the next few sessions. Jumping into our dark pools, 551.1 was a SIG print that came in on Friday. Mark that on your charts as an important point of price contention. As always, do not worry about bull bear. Another interesting data point is dark pool level has dropped down to 526.6.1 as our largest ag. Very interesting to see. We're very far away from price there, about 25 bucks. A little bit less because futes are down just very slightly right now. But that's where we're sitting right now as our largest. Mark them all on your charts or use the bot ping like I do. That is my particular favorite. Jumping into all of our different things, we're going to look at whale positioning very quickly. Remember, one thing that's very important with this is you want to see what levels above price are rapidly moving up and which ones below price are rapidly moving down. When things are flat, I usually just put an X on them and just remove them from my chart. We don't really need to see 500. We don't need to see 530 at the moment or 480 necessarily. So I just start to kind of remove these a little bit as I go to see what's moving the most. Right now we have a couple of downside pulls to 500, 525. And then, of course, this one right here, our purple one, which is 520. And then upside moves, we're seeing 560 and 550. No big deal. And we also like to roll through the expiries when we're doing that. So Monday right now, if we're just taking a look at 428 Monday, what's pulling towards the upside would be 550. And then our biggest downside move is 545. So that kind of helps give our range a little bit. Now we will jump into Gamma. I'd also like to point out real quick that we did have a ton of GEX expire on Friday, a very large amount for SPY, so we should see some different updates tomorrow afternoon with all of our Gamma. Just jumping in now, 547 is a repel level. We've got a small one at 549, a very small one at 553, and then a very small one at 575. That's on our ag. And then 537, 535 for that downside look. Really, the ag is pretty smooth across the board. When we get into tomorrow, it's a bit more mixed, a bit more of a different look for us. 550 is the largest pull on the ag at the moment. Let's go ahead and jump into Monday, 428, and see what we see. It's a little bit messy, but it's not that difficult of a read. If we hold above 549, we have room up to 553, and if we can pass that, we have room to 555. If we cannot hold this positive cluster here, and we get down past 548, we're going to see 546. We break that, and we break 545. Then our stopping point for repel right now is about 540. So really what we're looking for is a 540 to 546 range. And then 546, what we don't want to do is get trapped in this area here and just repel away all day long into chop. We want to stay above 549 for the bulls. And we want to stay below 546 for the bears. As always, we want to see big negative flow if we're going to on NetFlow if we're going to see that downside, and big positive flow going this direction if we're going to see our upside. Right now, biggest pulls are 550 and 563. So if we gamma ramp all the way up, I guess we can see that as well. But we don't want to discount anything depending on how it works out. And obviously, if we drop 540, 536 is that next one down. So three biggest pulls are really 550, 563, and then this is so far away from price at 518. We're going to put an X on that unless some shite really hits the fan. Pretty easy look for tomorrow, even though it looks pretty choppy. We'll see some of this clean out. We'll see 0 day and NetFlow kind of guide us from there. And, of course, our whale positioning. That is all for now. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe out there and go get that Oprah money.